So if you have a proof that involves the word irrational, it's a hint. It's telling you to do proof by contradiction. If you don't know what proof by contradiction is, you can check out one of my other videos, or it's simply just doing the opposite of whatever the proof is asking you to do. So we assume that the number is actually rational. Now, if a number is rational, it has to be able to be expressed as a fraction. So A and B are both integers, and also A and B have a lowest common factor of 1. That's what this means. Okay, so now what to do. When you get to this part of a proof, it's probably good to maybe try and rearrange the algebra. See if that helps. So bring the B over. That doesn't really show us anything. So we're trying to disprove this proof. So you want to disprove one of these things. So this bit here says they have a common factor of 1. So let's try and disprove that. If we square both sides, we're left with this. Now looking at this, it shows us that 2 times something is equal to a squared. So 2 is a divisor or is a factor of a squared. So that's what this line means, of a squared. If you think about your squared numbers, so you've got 1 is squared but doesn't have a factor of 2. 4 is squared and its square root also has a factor of 2. 16, 9 doesn't have a factor of 2. 16 has a factor of 2. 4 has a factor of 2. So if the squared number has a factor of 2, the square root of that also has to have a factor of 2. So that's why we know that a also has a factor of 2. Alright, so here, following this process, we found that a is equal to 2 times something. That's what this last thing told us. And this something is just a number m. M is an element of integers as well. So if this is equation 2, and we sub 2 into 1, we should get 2b squared. So instead of a squared, we've got 2m squared. So now we've got 2b squared equals 4m squared. So rearrange this, divide them both by 2. B squared is also equal to 2 times something. There is also a factor of 2 in b squared, and thus also a factor of 2 in b. A and b are meant to have a simplest factor of 1. So it's meant to be, so thus square root of 2 is false. And thus the original is true. Square root 2 is in fact irrational. Check out part 3 for another number proof.